Hi, welcome. Today we're doing a dynamic 20-minute flow class. We're going to get right into it and just start rocking and rolling right away. So let's begin in downward facing dog. Take a moment to press your hips back, shoulders out of your ears, find your breath, and here we go. Shift forward to plank. Shoulders right over your wrists. Lower down into a forearm plank. And I know the thing that everyone wants to hear. We're going to hold this for 60 seconds. Since we don't have a lot of time to warm up, we need to really condense it. So find your breath. Keep lifting your frontal hips up. So as you lift your frontal hips up, the belly keeps rising higher towards the spine. So you never lose that. Each exhale infinitely is rising up. How's that breath, you guys? Watch out for any tension building up in your shoulders. You want your shoulder blades drawing back, the cranium reaching long through the back of your neck. 20 more seconds. Legs are straight, thighs lifting off the kneecaps. You've got this. Inhaling and exhaling, 10 more seconds. Frontal hips lifting, chest pulling out, low jaw empty. Gracefully press back up onto your hands. Downward facing dog. This will feel pretty awesome for a minute at least. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Feet hip distance. Bend your knees deeply so you can nestle your ribs kind of in between your thighs. So bend those knees, Mary. A lot more than that. Reach your arms straight forward. So you guys look way too relaxed. Really sink your hips down. Reach your arms straight forward. Flat back chair. What do you think? We're going to be hanging out in a 20-minute class? All right, so drop your hips down. A lot of weight in your heels. Even here, lift your frontal hips up. So that's going to engage your belly. You're really going to feel it in your glutes, and you're going to soften your ribs. So Lara, if you could bring your torso down even more. Nose is pointing down, biceps and ears in line. Slide those shoulder blades back. Last 5. You want to feel like you're hugging a thick block of glass with your thighs. 3. Relax your face, reaching long. Take an inhale, forward fold. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Now you can kind of chill out for a moment. Release your head, maybe nod your head a little bit yes, a little bit no. Working those legs as straight as you can. Shoulder blades kissing. Take one more inhale. And then release your hands to the floor. Come on back out to downward facing dog. All right, so strong arms, strong legs. Shift back to plank position. So we're going to take a few push-ups. If you need to modify anyone here, anyone at home, you can do it with your knees on the floor. So making sure your core is engaged. On an inhale, lower down to chaturanga, elbows hugging in. Exhale, push back up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push back up, shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, 3, we're doing 5. Exhale, push. Inhale, 4. You've got this. Exhale, push up. Last one, lower down to chaturanga and just hover for a moment. Core is strong, shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, push up, down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Take an inhale. Knee to your right tricep, shoulders over your wrists. Now take that right knee to your left elbow. Try to touch maybe a little bit above it. Come back to your right tricep. Hold for 3. Perhaps lifting a little bit higher. 2. Leg back. Full inhale. Knee to your chest. Step that foot between your hands. Stay on your back toes. Pull your heart center forward. Run your arms down your ribs so you have an aerodynamic shape. Stabilized in your lower body. Inhale, rise to crescent. Lean forward, launch into warrior 3. So get that standing leg as straight as you can. This short amount of time that we're practicing today, really immerse yourself in your breath. Full inhales, full exhales, making the most out of this very brief practice. So energizing from your midline through your fingertips, really bright in your heart center. Take one more inhale, fingers lightly to the floor, release your head, release your neck. Walk your hands in to frame that right foot, just powering up that standing leg. Reach through that left leg and then lifting up higher. Take one more inhale, feet together. Inhale, flat back, decompress. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply, drop your hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So drop that tail and take your low belly below your navel, drop back and lift it up. Just watch out for tension in the shoulders. Now this is it. As you squat down deeper, from your waist, reach up higher. Last inhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. So first back bend here, taking it easy, obviously just being mindful, listening to your body, trusting those sensations. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up behind you. Take an inhale. Bring that knee to your left triceps. You're stacked in an upper push-up position. Knee to your right elbow, aiming above it. Back to your left tricep, holding 3, consolidating that core. 2. Leg goes back, full inhale. Knee into your chest. Step that foot through. Pull your heart center forward. Arms down your ribs. You have an aerodynamic shape. Strong in your legs. Inhale, rise to crescent. So just a really brief visit. Lean forward and launch into warrior 3. So you can be creative with your arms. They don't necessarily have to be out to the side. You could interlace. Like Mary, you could reach your arms straight forward. Do pay attention to your hips, though, that right hip is shining down. Now breathe for 3. Rich, resonant Ujjayi pranayama. So soaring through the air. One more full inhale. Fingers lightly to the mat. Release that head. Release your neck. Walk your hands in to frame that left foot. And strengthen that standing leg. Lengthen from your inner right groin all the way through that big toe. Now from that seat, and it's important, without forcing, lifting that right leg higher. One more inhale. Feet come together. Inhale, flat back. Forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Drop your hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana. So really making this a nice dynamic flow. We'll flow through this. So keeping your knees bent, staying seated, if you will. Reaching up, take an inhale. Chest to thigh, arms reach back. Exhale. Lara, this one's for you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lift that belly. Chest to thigh. Exhale. Inhale, 5 more. Chest to thigh. Exhale. Inhale, 4, stoking that fire. Chest to thigh. Inhale, 3, keep those knees bent. Chest to thigh. Exhale. Inhale, 2, squat down deeper. Chest to thigh. Last one, we'll hold. Inhale, reach up, hold for 5. Draw those shoulder blades down. Now with that belly lifted, as you squat down deeper, reach up higher. Last inhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Externally rotate that hip, bend your knee, point your toes, and then just quietly flip out or flip your dog. Shoulders stacking right of your wrist. Enjoy. Press those hips up. Reach through your side body. Inhale, just as quietly. Come on back. One leg, downward facing dog. From neutral hips, take an inhale. Knee to your chest. Step that foot through. Spin your left heel flat. Inhale, come up to warrior one, and let's hold it at the top. So your back foot is pressing. You want to feel the arch of that foot lifting up. Square your hips. Square your shoulders towards the front wall. And then clasp your hands behind your back. On an inhale, lift your breastbone up, look skyward. And then exhale, bow yourself forward. So release your neck, take your gaze towards your left big toe. And keep that outer right hip hugging strongly into the center line. 5. Notice if you're starting to grip. Use those exhales to relax into the intensity. So both your feet ground into the floor, feeling your roots. Full inhale, warrior one, reach up, hit that high note. Warrior two, as you exhale, so heel toe that front foot in, so you have heel to arch alignment. So sitting down nice and low in your lunge, that front knee is tracking. Take your right hand or fingertips inside your front foot and go ahead and sweep that left arm up and over your ear. So same thing, that outer right hip keeps hugging the center line. You want to make sure you're really working and pressing through that back foot. Okay, take your left arm up towards the sky. Turn that palm towards the wall behind you. Wrap that arm behind your back. Level 1 at home, you can grab your right inner thigh like Mary. Level 2, fully bind like Angela. The wrapper is the grabber. So regardless, pull your chest out. So your right hip is coming in so that you can revolve your heart towards the sky. Very intense posture. Get a really fiery breath. 4. That back inner leg zipped up all the way to your groin. Now opening your heart towards the sky really calmly. One more inhale. And then right fingertips to the floor, left arm towards the sky. Listen carefully. Mary's not such a good listener. Opening that left chest. One more inhale. Left hand to the floor. Frame your front foot with both your hands. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Step back to plank and slide your legs together. You're in an upper push-up. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, Vashisthasana. Reach that left arm towards the sky. Right, so that tail hugging the center line, navel kissing the spine. Extend that left arm out over your ear. If you want a little bit more, float that left leg up towards the sky for 5. Breathe, soften those lips. 3. Right shoulder blade plugged in. 2. Arm back up. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Hold it right here. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Take an inhale. Knee into your chest. Shoulders over your wrist. From your core, pulse that knee, lifting up, up. 4, higher. 3, 2, 1. Step that foot through. Lastly, standing split. Launch that left leg up towards the sky. So take that extended left leg. We don't have time to waste. Lift it to your peak. One last inhale. Feet together. Inhale, flat back, decompress, step or jump, vinyasa. Lift your left leg up behind you. Externally rotate that hip, bend your knee, point your toes, and go ahead and flip that dog. Feel your shoulder blades like hands scooping the back side of your heart. So reaching, stretching those intercostals. One more inhale. Gracefully bring it back. One leg, down dog. Neutral hips, take an inhale. Knee into your chest from your core. Step that foot through. Right heel flats. Inhale, come on up to warrior one. All right, so squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders. Soften those ribs. Lift those frontal hips. Interlace your fingers behind your back. On an inhale, lengthen your front spine, gaze skyward. Exhale, bow yourself forward and find a place to rest your gaze. Typically, the right big toe would be a good focal point. So again, probably the most challenging part of the alignment here is keeping that outer left hip hugging in. 5. Soften your neck. 4. Soften your jaw, melting into that edge. And then big inhale, warrior one, reach it up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. So now you have left heel to right arch alignment, so making that appropriate adjustment. Sinking down into it. Take your left fingertips or hand inside your front foot, and right away send that right arm up and over your ear. So tracing that line from the pinky edge of your back foot all the way through your side body, also some length through your left side body. And then bring that arm back up towards the sky. Wrap that one arm, it's up to you, or go for the full bind. Either way, it's going to be quite challenging. It's a short class though. We're almost there. So as you hug that left hip in, that tail in towards the center line, you can revolve your torso, your ribs towards the sky. Just make sure you maintain that length. 4. So even the crown of the head is reaching towards the front of the room. 3. So without grimacing, peeking your heart skyward, calmly, one more inhale. Left fingertips to the floor, right arm towards the sky. So just briefly opening that right chest. One more inhale, right hand to the mat. Spin onto your back toes and frame that left foot. And then step right back to plank and slide your legs together. You're in an upper push-up. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, so that razor edge of the left foot. Right arm towards the sky. So no twisting. Your hips are shining towards the right hand wall. Send that arm out over your ear. And for balance purposes, if you lifted your leg on the other side, go for it here. 5. So energetically with those right fingertips, touching that front wall. Check your lips, check your jaw. 2. Arm back up, inhale, exhale, plank, pause, navel pulls you back, down dog, lift your left leg up, take an inhale, knee to your chest, shoulders over your wrist, last pulse here, up, 5, higher, belly kissing the spine, 2, 1, bring that foot through, pressing out of your left foot, standing split. Launch that right leg up. This is our finale. So neck and shoulders free of tension, legs working, lift up, find your peak. Final inhale, feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and separate your feet. Sit down into a yogic squat. Hands in prayer. Lift your chest up. Close your eyes. Melt your chin down. So as your elbows pry your knees open, just hug your knees in a little bit so they're not too splayed. And then let's do this. Just put your hands behind you. Drop down onto your butt. Lay down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. We're almost finished with this half-an-hour class. Take all 10 fingers behind your head, elbows out to the side, legs in a tabletop position, lifting your head and your shoulders up. It's just slow bicycle like you're moving through water. Inhale, center point. Exhale, finding that twist. We've got 45 seconds of this. Inhale and exhale like you're moving through something viscous. Just feeling your body carve through space. We've got 10 more seconds. Inhale and exhale. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Plant your feet flat to the floor. Take your right ankle bone on top of your left knee. Flex that ankle. Reclining pigeon. Thread that right arm through. Once you grab a hold, inhale, lift your forehead up towards your knee. Curl in. Exhale, lay back down, close your eyes, relax your low back into the floor, and breathe into that hip. Just make sure you maintain flexion in that ankle. And then release, and just switch sides, left ankle bone on top of your right knee. Once you grab a hold of your hamstring or your shin, inhale, lift your forehead up towards your knee, left ankle flexed. Exhale, head down, hips and tail down. A couple breaths. And then release, hug both knees into your chest. So it's a short class, but it's certainly something. Lift your forehead up towards your knees, really squeezing everything. Take one more inhale, exhale, let it go. So sometimes you don't have a whole lot of time to practice, but 30 minutes can certainly be significant and relevant. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to take at least some rest and drink lots of water. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.